You are listening to the Spine Whisperers podcast. Please know that our doctors are here to only educate, not diagnose on this podcast. If you have any questions, please feel free to find us at www.mfwellness.org. Hey, it's Dr. Matt, Dr. Brad, and Dr. Josh here for the newest podcast. We're going to be talking about a couple new things that you can do with your free time, if you have any, and why it's so very important to try to include new things in your life. The reason why we're doing this is there was a study that was done in 2018 about why it's important to actually get out and do new things. So they found, and this is from a study in The Brain magazine.
Ooh, The Brain magazine.
The Brain,
right.
yeah.
They got a pretty, they know their niche.
Yeah, right?
Let's
It's
not
really centered.
Like some guy breaks into the room, he's like, you guys, what about, we talk about the ears today, and then everyone at the table's like, you son of a, and they're like, he's fired.
ridiculous. Yeah.
And he's like, gets beat up. Then we talk about brains.
Yeah. So the article goes into detail about how trying new things actually increases your ability to cope with different challenges.
I love it.
Adaptability.
Adaptability.
Oh my God.
Improves mood overall. Allows you to pick up new traits or abilities.
Helps with your memory.
Helps with your memory, your interacting with other people.
So it's good for a healthy brain, trying new stuff.
Yeah. So, and that is actually called neophilia.
Oh,
I guess that's
stop it. I love it.
Yeah. Pretty
Brain
cool.
magazine,
Yeah. Neophilia. So we're going to kind of go around the table here, and we'll start with Dr. Josh.
Yeah, because a lot of the other philias are just weird. But that's
Well, yeah.
Latin for love.
Yeah, I kind of like hesitated
hydrophilic compounds are the ones that absorb water. Water can pass through. But yeah, we philia. It's like Philadelphia.
Right.
Love
Philia.
Yeah.
Right? Wendy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so me first. So trying new stuff. Okay. So Dr. Matt asked us. He's like, "Hey, think about the patients you take care of. Think about stuff that you think they would be interested in learning. That's something new, and then we're supposed to give you some ideas." My very first one is astronomy. The sun came out this week, and now it's going to be 4 trillion degrees. There was absolutely no spring. It was just late winter, and then now summer. And one of the things that you can take your kids out and do while you can still see the night sky, we can have a whole discussion on light pollution and how LEDs are just destroying, our ability to see the night sky. Well, that's a discussion for a different time. But while you can still do it, the price of telescopes has really, really come down. From when we were little, you have to have a loan out just to get a little one. It was a summer work study to get the money. To buy a telescope. Oh yeah.
Or find your friend. Yeah. Find a friend in the neighborhood.
Split it, and then.
Yeah, I remember my dad brought a telescope home so we could watch Halley's Comet, and we did. We actually saw it.
I remember that.
And that was like 85.
Yeah,
or
I think
something.
it was 85, 86.
Yeah, man.
Like that. Yeah.
And so I was like, that is really cool. But you can, get a telescope, and you can download all the apps on Earth. Put your phone up at the sky. It'll tell you where to aim your telescope. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes from right now, you could be looking at the International Space Station as it flies in front of the moon, or all of the Starlink satellites. It's ridiculous.
Is there a place that you can actually go that's like the best in Missouri to set up your telescope? Isn't there a telescope place?
I don't know.
Like stargazers.
Planetarium?
I don't know. I know UMSL has a telescope. Missouri, all the universities have a telescope.
I don't know about that, but I know, doesn't Brummelsik Park have certain area that's called, it doesn't have a telescope, but it has a stargazing area
that's the best,
to the park.
The least amount of light.
It's up on the ridge.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know, but man, you can get somewhere quick and get some good views. You got both of the Leonid and the Perseid comet showers are this summer. I mean, there's a lot of good opportunities. So get a telescope and get some kids. If you're a kid, then get your parents. Download some apps and get out there. It is so much fun. It's so interesting, and then you become that person going off about the planets and people are just losing their minds about it. Yeah, so there's going to be next month, just an incredible moon, just an incredible supermoon, bright and red. It's going to be really neat. So you get warmed up for it right now. So anyway, that's my suggestion.
Nice.
I know.
Dr. Brad?
Yeah, so and a lot of mine are outdoor activities. I think we've had a podcast in the past that talks about brain function and being outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
So I think when you combine being outdoors and learning something new, I mean, brain
Double
size.
dipping. Exploding.
So my first one is, and you're going to have to get on this early, or soon, I should say, garden. Planting a garden.
Yeah.
So
Nice. That's a really good one.
And that could be vegetable, that can be a flower garden, maybe just planting new plants, new trees, something like that, but putting something into the ground and watching it grow and
absolutely
being a part of that. So that's my first
fretting over it.
Yeah, there's so many different ways with the pandemic. Like, it's really gotten everyone to like use their brains much more. Like, everyone's finding out different ways to like do home gardening. Even if they have no access to any kind of soil, making use of planters and indoor gardening equipment. Just so many
raised
really
garden
cool
beds.
Yeah.
Sneaking into your neighbor's yard, planting stuff there, whatever.
Yeah. Grow lights.
So my thing would be if you, Missouri is open to a lot of campsites, and so. Our favorite one is we love going floating. So if you can spend time finding a place that's not very far away from where you are currently.
Right. Plus, with all the water we've had, it is going to be
nice.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. So
a lot of fun.
So get some inner tubes or get in a raft and go floating down the backwaters of Black River or
Gasconade, Merrimack. Codaway,
make it
St. Francis.
Yeah.
Man, there's just Missouri has some awesome, and from where we are in St. Charles here, none of those things are very far away.
30 minutes, maybe 50 minutes to.
You go on 44, you just start pulling every exit on 44. You're going to be on a really great creek or river,
and make it a camping trip as well. You can really camp.
Get on that water,
Friday night camp. Wake up, get dropped off at the top of the river, float down to your campsite, and then camp that night, and then go home on Sunday. And it really is a awesome experience. You get to make your own fire. You get to kind of learn how to cook over an open pit, which is like, if you've never done that, it is just an awesome experience. And camping, especially when you ruin stuff.
Yeah,
that's the best.
Look, I tell people, they're like, I'm worried about. I go, look, check out a pack of hot dogs and ruin them.
Yeah.
Then you got it out of the way. And then you feed the animals, and then you're fine.
Yeah.
And camping can be so many different things. Like, it could be tent.
Yeah.
You can have a pop-up. You can have a full RV.
Yeah.
Depending on what your style is.
Yeah,
there's a lot of options.
Glamping.
There's a lot of options out there. So if you feel like you're the last person to be in a tent, there's other
you don't have
other ways to go about it.
Yeah. Let's take the All right, cool.
All right.
Cool.
Dr. Josh, you got another one for us besides stargazing, which is an absolute fantastic one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you just kind of build and do into
the pool?
Yeah, like
I don't want anybody to have to try to do that. That almost killed me. That's the last project I'll ever do again. One thing that builds on the podcast we had this spring was the stream cleanup. Getting out. We talk about the waterways of Missouri. We have such an incredible natural resource here. Getting out and doing Operation Clean Stream, it'll just get you into heaven. It's just a wonderful opportunity to really do some good stuff. And so if there are two things I can tell people, one, astronomy I just think is the neatest thing around. But two, there's making an effort to once a month go to one of the events at your local state parks. Give those ticks a chance to get on your body, and then you can learn how to fight them off.
Yeah.
And then I always talk about Quiver River because it's the best park on earth, and it is. But other parks have regular, like Night with the Owls or Raptor Fest or Meet Your Local Snakes. They have all this stuff, and there's so many great parks. Bush Wildlife, it's practically a university over there of great programs. So I would encourage people to find the list online, attend at least one of those. Just go, you know what, this month we're going to go to at least 3 of these things. Because spring right now, there's a lot going on. But during the summer, Once it starts to get really hot, there's a lot, not less, but a lot more focused events, and you can really attend some cool stuff and learn some really, really neat things. Like we live, the rivers here act in some ways like a time machine, and you can be very close to an arm's reach from the frontiersmen and from the American Indians just on a riverbank, and you could learn a lot of stuff, just by attending some of these things. So I would encourage people it really will connect you to where you are in time. It's really, really cool. So those two things, those are my two.
My other thing would be taking a road trip. So
nice, bro. Whether
that's like just looking at Google Maps and trying to pick out a place, or getting a real map, or searching online. And we've mentioned parks, but there's also, you could go to museums.
Mm-hmm.
Just in Forest Park, there's the Art Museum. There is the
Natural History
Museum. If we go up north, there's Mark Twain.
Yep.
That's a great location up in Hannibal, Missouri. Springfield, Illinois has the Abraham Lincoln Museum.
Nice.
Out west has the Truman. I haven't been there. The Truman. I think there's a Harry S. Truman Library Museum.
Mm-hmm. There is the Great Wall speech, and there's a building there. We had to ask Dr. Danielle. She went to school there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
in Fulton.
And then Cahokia Mounds, which I've never been to. I've never been there.
And it's got a lot in connection with Ohio, where you're from.
Yeah.
With the Great Snake Mound.
Yeah, Serpent Mound.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot going on there.
Yeah.
So they're just like day-long or weekend road trips, and just search online.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot of different locations you go to, whether it's parks or going hiking, museums, all that kind of thing.
Force your kids and force yourself into the car. Just plan it now,
Okay, now for me, I grew up on slingshots, and I grew up on wanting to learn how to archery hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Josh was able to get me interested enough.
Secure a bride.
Get me interested enough into rifle, where I was like, okay, this is great. So I got my first deer rifle hunting. But I love the feel of a bow in my hand.
That's
and I think something that people need to go out and experience more is to get an inexpensive bow and go to the archery range. We have... From this office, we have 3. We have one at Bush Wildlife. We have one I think they're putting one at Indian Camp Creek. And then we have one up north in Troy. But we have some really fantastic archery ranges. And guess how much they cost you? They don't cost you anything. It's free. It's like the library.
It's ridiculous.
It is like an totally...
There's a really good range at Mark Twain,
yes.
too.
Yeah. That's
right.
It is a really underused but really awesome thing to kind of pick up. Yeah, so get out there, get yourself a bow. And the MDC actually has training on archery.
They do.
And it's just like
the Bush Wildlife has a class just for women.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
So I think I want people to get excited about going out and learning how to increase their ranged accuracy with weapons. I think that would be really, really cool.
You can't get away from ranged accuracy.
You can't. Not even with sushi.
It's something you constantly have to work on.
Yeah, it's true. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Okay.
All right. So there's your 6 new ideas. Or 6...
do them all, and we'll give you a stamp on your cool person card.
It's true.
Little badge.
True. Yeah.
We'll make some badges.
When you come in with 6 badges, we'll know that you're...
Yeah, we'll sew them onto your something or other.
Yeah, and we can...
With some stitching.
Right. Yeah, we'll give you an award. It'll be great. We'll have a vest. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Nice. One of those hat vests.
Sash.
Yeah,
sash.
Hat vest, that's not even a thing. That's just...
That's what our older
Somebody's not done yet. Somebody's not done making
a all right. Good. So for Dr. Matt, Dr. Brad, Dr. Josh, if you have any questions for us, it is Dr. Matt at mfwellness.org.
O-R-G.
A big thank you goes to Hug Monster Sound for all the hard work they put into making us sound so great.